This is the introductory video to what I call the Blue Sheet, or basically your guide to figuring out what studios you need to complete or gain access to. It's a lot easier if you think of this like a video game. So essentially each studio functions as a different world. None of the level 2s will open up on any of the worlds unless all of the level 1 learning has been complete. And then there are no tunnels or secret passageways that allow you to hip hop over to different levels. You have to go sequentially through the studios. So once you get your blue sheet, the first thing is go ahead and excuse me, I am writing sideways. Put your name on your sheet. So my first name is Johanna, my last name is Russell. My class period, whatever period you have, so I'm going to call it 9 because that doesn't exist, and then your student number. Then we're going to do something else that's really important. Flip over your sheet. Grab yourself a dark colored marker. Now we wouldn't be using a Sharpie because we aren't cleared for Sharpies yet. And we are going to write our name really big on the back. This is like size 175 font. The class period and our number. Please circle the number. These sheets will be kept separate in a drawer away from your sketchbooks so that it allows me easy access for sorting and making seating decisions. Then from here, you can do these in any order unless you are assigned to a particular studio. You're welcome to do the one that you like the most, the best. The first thing that you always do is you create with the video, so you have to go to South View Art, all one word, and I recommend right now going ahead and split screening, so scooch me over to the side and go ahead and type in South View Art. And then from there, you might be able to see things on the main channel, but otherwise you might need to go to the playlist. And there are several different playlists. The one that you are looking for is the one that will say 2D Studio Learning, 3D Studio Learning, Craft Learning, right? And then from there, you can find the ones that will be titled Pencils or 3D Studio Level 1 Tag Board, Hot Glue, and Tape. You watch the video, and then and you create with the video. So if I'm doing something, you're doing something, and then once you are done and you've created all those things, you check these off. Then you have to create new discoveries. Well, if you remember back to your pre-test, new discoveries can be things that you figure out on your own, or if you get stuck, they can be, you have all of the Google, like look up images of pencil art, look up ebony pencils and look for images, right? Look up tag board art and look for images. Look up hot glue art and look for images. And then you don't just write down, well, you could make a butterfly. Instead, you dissect it and you could be like, oh, you can use the hot glue to add in colored pieces of paper, right? So make sure that these discoveries are focused on what the material can do and that you're not making little teeny like figurines or something. So once you have new discoveries, you need to label all your discoveries with directions on how you created them if necessary. For the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory. And then you should really have 10 total discoveries at minimum for each one of these levels. 10 different things. Once you draw one straight line, drawing a squiggly line, yeah, okay, it draws lines. You know, you got to think outside the box so that you have 10 distinct things. Once that is done, you will come bring everything to me. It might be that I ask you to put this into a Google Doc. It could be that I ask you to just show it to me. but you will then receive a signature. Your goal is during the time I give you to work on the blue sheet is to get as many signatures as possible, remembering that you have to do all of the level 1s before you can decide to do level 2s. However, you don't have to do all the level 2s. From there, you could decide to go like this, or you can decide to mix and match, because keep in mind is once you're cleared for Tagboard, you can use Tagboard with any of these other medias you are also cleared with. So it allows a lot more choices, right? You don't have to use these in isolation. Best of luck creating.